We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs. Division rivals do battle. Next. Sum Igawa, a Japanese left-hander, is tasked with the starting job. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, take a look at that career ERA in the low twos. Not an easy thing to do in the day of smaller ballparks and guys hitting a lot of home runs. One thing he does, he stays away from the barrels of the bats, and if he continues to pitch like that, he's going to have his way with a lot of teams. It'll be interesting and fun to watch him in this one here today.
Willie Molina is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V, what we're seeing there is a team, D-Row. They're starting to put the gas pedal down right now. They're starting to get some length in this division.
Yeah, this team's playing well. They're playing with confidence. You can tell guys are walking to the plate with a swagger. Their pitchers are taking them out and executing pitches down and away. This is a good ball club.
Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. Temperature here at game time, a comfortable 75 degrees tonight. Fouled off. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Still 2-2. Pitch on the way. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. Into the box now, Steven De La Cruz. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now the pitch. And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Hey, behind the dish, D-Row, Larry Bullard. Pretty standard guy, works. The only problem I think at times hitters have a little bit difficult time. He'll give a little bit on that inside corner and outside corner. Not very consistent.
Yeah, but Larry's approachable. That's the one thing. If you turn around and say, is that as far as you're going on the outer half, he's usually going to tell you.
And he'll just waste one there, 1-2.
Man, the pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
The 1-2 misses for the second ball.
I like what he was trying to do there with the 2-seam fastball, but that's a tough pitch to command. When you throw it glove side like that, it's really tough to get it to come back to the corner.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
So now to the plate, Mark Drake, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Looking to at least put the ball in play here this inning. Here's one that misses to the Cincinnati shortstop. It's 2-0 now.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone. This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
2-1 the count. Here it comes.
That's why this guy is great. Never misses over the heart of the plate. It's got electric stuff, but pinpoint control to all 4 quadrants.
Grounded back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
So striding forward now, Alan Hudgens.
He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Now this pitcher's feeling the flow right now. 2 outs in the first inning. He's got really nice mechanics working right now and blew that fastball right by him.
Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back in. Drake, the runner at first with 2 gone. And it's 1-1. Here's a look over to first. Runner back standing. And there he goes towards second. A pitch out. The throw not in time as he's able to thwart the pitch out.
I'm not sure what else the defense could have done there. They pitched out and the throw was pretty good, but they still couldn't cut him down. You kind of just have to hope he gets a bad jump.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. A dive, but it's off his glove. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. Reds leave 1, and now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Chris Vina will be the one towing the rubber for the Reds. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matty V, a little bit of a mixed bag with this guy. An ERA of over 4 in his last 3 starts. He's either been really good or really bad, and recently he's been more bad than good. It'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around and pitch better in this one here today.
Stepping up to the plate, J.C. Embry. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
J.C. Embry.
Now here's the pitch. And a ball 1-0. And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, 5-2 on their recent homestand. Last week of ball games, they've played just really nice baseball, all facets. Find ways to win late, found ways to bash teams to death, pitched well. Let's see if the start of this road trip halts their momentum a little bit.
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
Armstrong.
Into the Box, Pete Armstrong, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. Comes into his first at bat at 283. 16 homers and 67 runs batted in. One 0 count. Here it is. Inside corner, a ball and a strike.
One of my favorite pitches in the game right there. The old Greg Maddux equalizer. Started at the front hip and bring it back.
The count now at 2-1. Has a look, now the pitch.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. but not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
The 3-1 pitch. A swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Guess where he's going with this next pitch? Probably a little further outside, see if the fish are still biting.
Fouled away. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. He loses him on ball 4.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Coming to the plate now, Ryan Buckner, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
Yeah, and he's letting these guys know early on he's not going to be afraid to work inside. I'm interested to see if that takes some of the aggressiveness away from these hitters.
And this is a fastball that's right on the black but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
The 2-0 on the way.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Sammy Sosa. As we take a look there at the difference in his numbers between June and July. First offering on its way. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. 1 run scores. The run scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Hey, one of the things you want to do, D-Roll, is strike early, and they've done just that with a big hit driving in 2.
Yeah, Dan, great to grab an early lead right there, especially when you could throw up a crooked number for your pitcher.
At the plate now, Freddie Santiago, as he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
The 1-0 home.
That's a fact.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. 1 there. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Jimmy Grimes.
Digging in, Jimmy Grimes, as you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Oh and 1. Here it comes. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. The 1-2. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. popped him up. Martinez has a play. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. The Cubs lead this one 2-0. All set for the start of the inning, and here comes the first baseman, William Goddard.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Pitch on the way. Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Another 0-2 home.
One ball, 2 strikes.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Stepping in, Willie Gill, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Pitch on the way. And first pitch swinging as this is bounced on the ground towards short. And there's out number 2.
The catcher, Martinez.
Standing in, James Martinez. Here comes the first pitch.
Nope. Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0.
Nope. Outside.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. He's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Reds. They trail it here 2-0. Stepping into the box, Sito Suzuki.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah, he just isn't that sharp on the mound right now. Had a rough start in the first inning, and now he's falling behind out of the gate here in the second. Some adjustments need to be made, and fast.
The 2-0 on the way. Finds the zone, strike 1. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1.
They know the threat this guy possesses at the plate. I know it's 3-1 in this situation right here, but I can't imagine anything comes over the heart of the plate.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes.
Hey! We got full count.
Count remains full.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. The next Cub up, Nicholas Horner. And you see what he's done in recent action. Obviously seeing the ball well right now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
Hey, curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
The 1-0 home is swung on and missed. Strike one.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
And he fouls this one off. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
He's looking a lot sharper and has settled in here in the second inning. It'd be hard not to, because that first inning was pretty much a mess. But I give him credit for letting it go and making some really good adjustments.
At the plate, Sam Igawa, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here, with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. The windup and the 0-1.
Hey, I got to really commend this pitcher right here. Was able to regroup in between innings. Something happened in the dugout, because he's on point coming out for the second.
Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. And a breaking ball down and in here as he's got to hop out of the way there.
He didn't look overly fooled right there, because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out this side in order. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. New inning set to get underway, and next it'll be the outfielder, Ken Gerald. Here's the first pitch to him. Good pitch there down below the zone, got him to go after it. Now the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch. Grounded weakly toward third. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. And with 1 away, let's give you a look at the standings in the NL Central entering play, as you see where these two teams sit in relation to one another. In now, Chris Vina. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the palm ball. Strike one. One out, nobody on. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
If he's able to locate that 2-seamer down at the knees, he's going to get a ton of swing and miss and a ton of ground balls today.
1-2 the count to the Reds pitcher. The 1-2. This is popped up, and there's out number 2. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up, as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see there, he's sitting in second place in the National League in that department. Coming to the plate now, Willie Molina. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat.
Nope, outside.
Now the 1-0 is in there for strike one.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike two. Fly ball out toward left center field. Suzuki is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Reds are down in order. They're down 2-0.
We're just about set to go here as the Cubs come to bat in the 3rd inning, and Chicago fans have been fortunate to watch one of the best offenses around this season. At the start of the day, they are one of the best teams in the league at getting on base and then stealing bases. Some of the players told me earlier that their philosophy is to always apply pressure. Whether they're in the batter's box or running the bases, they want to keep the opposing pitchers and defense right on their toes. It's an interesting mix of patience and aggressiveness, but it works well for them, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. Digging in for his second at-bat, J.C. Embry. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How do they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First pitch on its way. That hits the outside corner. It's strike one. One ball and one strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Embry is known to have an incredible ability to make contact when he swings the bat, becoming a rare thing to see him swing and miss, leading many people to marvel at his apparent hand-eye capabilities. Especially in today's game with such a high strikeout rate out there, he's becoming more of a rare talent.
Yeah, I just don't think he's trying to do too much. He gets himself into good hitters' counts and tries to hit it right back off the pitcher's hat.
Line towards center field. Gerald is there, and he has it for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Digging in, Pete Armstrong. He drew a walk his first time up. Here's the pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is skied into short left center. Gill comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2.
Now batting, first baseman, Ryan Buckner.
Digging in to try it again, Ryan Buckner. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Well, if you're looking for pop, he definitely has more pop, more home run potential hitting from the left side. This is his power side.
And this one runs up high, ball one. Back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Well, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9, they could put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
From the stretch, Sammy Sosa is at the plate as he looks at ball one.
This is why pitching is so difficult. You're cruising along to give up a hit. Now you've got to lock in and get this middle part of the order done.
A runner on first with 2 away. Hard hit ball to second. Scooped up on to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Cubs. They're up 2-0. All set for the start of the fourth, and standing in as the rookie third baseman, Steven De La Cruz.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
A ball and a strike. The 1-1.
Count 2-1.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. The 2-2. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Reined in. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth.
Now batting, shortstop, Mark Drake.
Now at the plate, Mark Drake. Here's the pitch. No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Unable to find the zone with the slider. The 1-2. A bouncer to the left side. He's right there. And there are two away now.
The right fielder, number 31, Alan Hudgens.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Alan Hudgens. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there, strike one. No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the tying run to the plate. Even though it's early on, you got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop.
Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
Fouled off. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with two away. William Goddard would be next. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a two-seamer, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Reds. They trail things here 2-0. Just about set to go for the last of the fourth. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Stepping into the box, Freddie Santiago, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
The 2-0 on the way. 2 balls and a strike to count. Now the 2-1. Hit down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. And the pitch. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Lifted in the air out to center field. Gerald is right there, 1 down.
Up next for the Cubs, the catcher, Jimmy Grimes.
Now to the plate, Jimmy Grimes. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
No balls and a strike to count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, you think back to the early innings right there. You thought this guy would have been hitting his showers. A credit to him. He's been able to regroup, find his mechanics, and find a way to stay in this game.
Nope.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Swing, and he popped him up over in foul territory back behind third. And this is taken in for the second out. So we saw the fastball there as he got the pop out, and that'll segue right into our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And both of these guys will get it up to over 90, as you can see. 94 for one, 91 for the other. Now in the box, Sito Suzuki. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
2-0. Suzuki, a 32-year-old veteran. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
You know, Matty, I'll never understand this. You work so hard throughout the course of the season and course of this game to get in 1-0, 2-0, 3-1 counts. Guarantee yourself a fastball 80 to 90%.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Cubs are down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the fifth.
Matt, I had a chance to talk about the state of the Reds offense with their manager between innings. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. No, they have not scored yet, but they have been successful in running up the pitch count, something they feel will eventually pay dividends on the scoreboard as the starter gets tired and they are forced to go to the bullpen. For now, they're sticking to the plan.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Leading off the inning, William Goddard, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sent on the ground out to second. Right to him. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, he in fact leads the NL in that category. At the plate, Willie Gill. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch coming. Here it is. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball one.
Bases are empty. One man out. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Bounce towards the second baseman. He's got it. On to first, and there were two down. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the fifth as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And we find that this pitching staff currently leads the NL in that department. Striding in once again, James Martinez. First delivery to him on the way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
Bases are empty here with two men out. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Scooped up. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Reds are down in order. They trail it here 2-0.
Leading off for the Cubs, the shortstop, Nicholas Horner.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ball one.
Hit out towards second. Reined in. And that's out number one.
The pitcher, number 18, Sam Igawa.
And now the Cubs pitcher, Sam Igawa. Here comes the first pitch.
1-0.
And this catches the outside corner, strike one. Cubs pitcher at the plate, trailing with a 1-2 count. Now the pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Gill is over just a few steps to his right as he takes it for out number two.
The batter, number 7, second baseman, JC Embry.
Ready once again, J.C. Embry. Now here it comes. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0.
Kind of surprised not to see a fastball in the first pitch there. The guy's probably taking at least one pitch to give his pitcher a chance to sit down after he already made the second out.
Up top, it's 2-0. 2 out, nobody on. 2-1.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
Hit hard up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. So make it 2 hits for him now on the night as this one finds its way into center. And as we take a look at the Cubs leaders in that department, you can see he's right at the top leading this Chicago roster. Striding in, Pete Armstrong. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
First offering on its way. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner goes for second in the dirt, and now let's see. And costly as the runner will move into scoring position now.
That's a great call from the dugout to put the runner in motion that time. With 2 outs and a good hitter at the plate, it's a pretty low-risk play. If he's out, you still got the same good hitter leading off the next inning. But if he's safe, he's in scoring position and a lot easier to drive in.
Fielded cleanly. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
Boy, that's what wheels can do for you, Dero. You can see this right here on this replay. He just simply outruns the White Rabbit. He just outruns the baseball.
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. You know why? Because this is the one tool you can't teach. You can take countless ground balls. You can hit till your hands bleed. But if you got no wheels, newsflash, you got no wheels.
Ryan Buckner is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Gerald is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Cubs strand a couple, but they're on top 2-0. Digging in now, Ken Gerald will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And it's fouled away. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
Swinging a soft liner. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, the pitcher, Chris Villa.
So here's the Reds pitcher, Chris Villa. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
Hey, he's been able to pound that zone all night, working that outer half of the plate. That's why he's having so much success.
Down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Palm ball doesn't get the call, and it's full now. 3-2.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the 2nd out.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Willie Molina. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that misses. Ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1-1 to the Reds leadoff man.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
And he missed with the palm ball, so it goes to 2-1.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
And he fouls this one off. Another try at 2-2. Fouled off. The 2-2 one more time. Swung on in the dirt. Strike 3. And that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Reds. They're still down. It's 2-0. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Sammy Sosa. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Sammy Sosa.
First offering on its way. Swing and a chopper down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Freddie Santiago.
So stepping in, Freddie Santiago. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0.
Well, that backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's a very effective pitch. If you can hit the outside corner of that pitch, it's unhittable.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. Left center, base hit. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Here comes the Red skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen,
so he'll depart after 5 1/3 innings of work and with no shot to win the decision.
Number 93, Thomas Lynn.
Into the box now, Jimmy Grimes. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Spin and a throw back to second. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2. And he gets this one over at the knees for the first strike.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Hudgens is there, 2 down.
Fielder, number 24, Suzuki.
Ready for another chance? Sito Suzuki, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. And it looks like they'd rather go after the next guy as the intentional walk signal comes here with 2 away.
That's what's called getting the treatment. Everyone knows he's a power threat with the bat, so it's all about not letting him be the guy that beats you.
Digging in once again, Nicholas Horner. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. Popped up, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. They're up 2-0. Settling in now, Steven De La Cruz. He'll start the 7th in what's been a fast-moving pitcher's duel to date.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Hit on the ground out to short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, shortstop, Mark Drake.
Now at the plate, Mark Drake. Here comes the first pitch. Ball 1.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
Now the 1-0 is taken, strike 1.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
1 out, nobody on. To 1-2 now. Now the pitch.
I got to count 2-2.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
Here now the 2-2. Sent on the ground out to second. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Yeah, Matt, he's locked in and pretty dominant since the first, so as long as he can get back in that groove with the next batter, he's not going to worry too much about it.
Standing in now, Alan Hudgens. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. 1-1.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
The 1-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Ready on 1 and 2. Runners on the move for second. Fouled away. Now a move over to first, and he's back standing. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Runners on first with 1 down. Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now. From the stretch. Drilled on the ground to short. And a backhanded try into the hole that's short, but this gets on by.
Now batting, the first baseman, William.
Digging in, William Goddard, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Way late on the fastball for strike 1. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Yanked on the ground down the line. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And the runner from second is in to score. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Dan, that's a nice RBI base hit on a hard grounder down the first base line. If the first baseman's holding him right there, it's probably a double play, but not the case.
No question about it, Dero. Sometimes it's a game of inches, and that ball hit were vacated with the first baseman. If he was holding on, that would probably have been one of those 3-6-3 double plays. Instead, it's down the line for a base hit.
Billy Palmer will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Alberto Fernandez is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Number 9, Alberto Fernandez.
Standing in, Willie Gill, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First delivery to him on the way. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Gill hits a little over the 270 mark. The 1-0 is chased out of the zone for strike 1.
Trying to do way too much up there for what I can tell. He knows that's a big run standing there at third, but that swing was way out of control. You still have to stay within yourself and look for your pitch.
The 1-1 home. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? On to first, and talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Reds will be forced to settle for just the 1. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. Cubs lead it 2-1. Aroldis Chapman gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Aroldis Captain.
Stepping up now, Alberto Fernandez. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. He's set. Here it comes.
Ball. Down.
Inner third let go. It's a called strike. Chapman ready, the 1-1. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Stepping in now, J.C. Embry as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Behind 0-2 now. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball. Chapman, nicknamed the Missile for obvious reasons. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Hey, this guy has been an absolute solid player his entire big league career, and I expect him to have a ton of suitors come this offseason.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now. 3-2.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And it's fouled away. And a fastball misses there. Ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Pete Armstrong. He enters this at bat 1 for 2 with a walk. He's set and the pitch. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Fly ball into straightaway left. Gill is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The first baseman, number 22, Ryan Buckner.
Ready now, Ryan Buckner. Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back in there. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. delivery. Pitch is high. The throw is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt, Matty. The ball isn't carrying well tonight, and we haven't seen any home runs, so sometimes you have to try for something else. Now, with seeing I single could be all it takes to push a run across.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch.
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone aggressively again here. With the base open, he doesn't have to.
The 3-1 pitch. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
2 out here and a runner at second. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hudgens will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Cubs strand 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Ready to begin the 8th, and now it'll be the catcher, James Martinez.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. That evens it up 1-1. Here's the pitch.
Outside, that's the ball. Hey! 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game. And the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ballgame. Luke Little gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
Chicago Cubs, number 43, Luke Little.
At the plate, Ken Jarrell. First pitch on its way.
Ball 1, no strike.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92, you can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
Their count now at 2-2. Now here it comes. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, Pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Michael Black will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Michael Black.
And he fouls this one off. 309 is the average entering play. 21 homers, 53 RBIs. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Two out, nobody on. There's a foul ball off to the right side, and that'll move the count to 1-2. Now here's the pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen. Reds are down in order. Our score remains 2-1. Rondell Carlisle is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
22, Rondell Carlisle.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Oh. Count 1-0.
The 1-0 home. This is line to left. Gill is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
So in now for Chicago, Freddie Santiago. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. The pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Carlisle is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays.
And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Jimmy Grimes.
So coming to the plate, Jimmy Grimes. First offering on its way. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They lead it 2-1. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Thomas Nicholas comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Now pitching and batting in the 6th spot, number 1, Thomas Nicholas. Now pitching and batting 7.
Striding in to start the 9th, Willie Molina, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Listen, it's not easy coming back off of closers, but this guy hasn't been super dependable so far this season, and he's blown several saves up to this point.
1-0 the count. Here it comes. Back up the middle. And this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the ninth.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
In now, Steven De La Cruz. And they'll play for the tie here as he puts this one down. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Now batting, shortstop, Mark Drake.
In now for the Reds, Mark Drake. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing, and he pops him up. Embry is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away.
The right fielder, number 31, Alan Hudgens.
So now the Reds' cleanup hitter, Alan Hudgens, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Runner in scoring position at second with two down. And he takes a cold strike one. Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and two strikes. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. The Reds down to their last strike. Fouled off. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
Fouled away. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 home. And that misses, ball four, so it's first and second now with two out.
The closer is supposed to slam the door on his opponent, but he left the door wide open with a walk there. We'll see if they can capitalize on it.
Michael Jordan will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 45, Michael.
Now at the plate, William Goddard. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making him work for this one.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Well, 2 on, 2 outs, and he's got himself in a great hitter's count. He just has to be careful not to get too aggressive. A walk would be good here, too.
Oh, and look at this. High in the air and deep. And when this ball comes down, they'll have taken the lead. Home run. So a 3-run shot to right center field as they've taken a 2-run lead.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Julio Teheran takes over now with 2 gone here in the top of inning number 9.
Number 49, Julio Teheran.
To the plate now, Willie Gill. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And low, it's a ball and a strike.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
2-1. It looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. Set to deliver on 2-1. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
Hey, that's a well-executed pitch right there. That might have started middle, but you saw it breaking away to that outer part of the zone. This left-handed batter right here has got 2 decisions to make. Is he going to ground out to second base all day, or is he going to drive the ball the other way?
The 3-2 pitch. To right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 19th home run for him on the season. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Well, any insurance run you could put on the board this late in the game feels like 2 runs. That's how important they are. They're up 3 now and only need 3 more outs to end this one. See if they can close the deal.
Now batting
at the plate, James Martinez, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 1-0. Swing and a line drive. But just foul. 4 runs here in this half inning. And it's 1-2. Hit hard towards center, and that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one. So a great job on a 1-2 pitch to keep the inning alive.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
Into the box now, Ken Jarrell, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. He went down on strikes last time up. The 0-1 delivery. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Embry there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. So, boy, the wheels really came off the bus here in the top of the 9th as a huge 9th inning rally has totally changed the complexion of this ball game. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. The Reds lead it 5-2. Michael Jordan will stay in the game, taking over in right field and batting in the 8th spot. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and next will be the power hitting catcher, Jesse Padilla.
Leading off for the Cubs, the catcher.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. In for a strike. It's 1-1. And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
The 2-1 home is in there for strike number 2. Now a drive out to left center field. Legs churning. He's headed for second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Yeah, Matty B, you see that wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he didn't.
There's a lot of pressure on you because you're walking into that batter's box thinking, I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB. He comes through in the clutch.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Nicholas Horner is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Has a look. Now the pitch. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
And that's taken for a called strike 2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 1-2. A swing and a liner to left center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And the run will score from second as it's back to just a 2-run ball game now.
Yeah, one a day keeps the doctor away, Dan, especially when it's a big one late in the game. It doesn't matter at all. You're just trying to get one knock a day, find a couple barrels. He happened to catch his late.
Boy, I tell you what, you're talking about coming at a good time, too. You have a kind of a rough night last AB. You end up being able to do something positive, not only for yourself, but also helping the team out, too.
For the first pitch, a check at first. Runner's back. First pitch of the at-bat. Alberto Fernandez stands in as he looks at ball 1 here.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
A runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a fly ball to straightaway left. Left fielder coming in, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The batter, number 7, second baseman, JC.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Rodney Friedman comes on here looking to get the final 2 outs and earn the save.
And batting in the 8th spot, number 17, Rodney Friedman. Now playing center field and batting 9, number 15, Miguel Blanco.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, J.C. Embry. First pitch coming. Here it is. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0.
Yeah, flip a coin right here. I don't know what you sit on. Fastball in, then a breaking ball down and away. Pick your spot and go with it.
Runners on first with one down. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Good spin rate on it. Move on to the next pitch.
High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. A swing and a ground ball to third, but this is foul. The 3-2 one more time, and he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
The center fielder, number 4, Pete Armstrong.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Pete Armstrong, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats. Foul. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Hit in the air down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. First and second now, 1 man out. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
At the plate now, Ryan Buckner, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Swing and a liner. Foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
Right fielder, number 21, Sammy Sosa.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. What a bad time for a wild pitch, as the run will score from third. Well, they miss with the first one, but then they decide, let's go ahead and put him aboard here. And they'll do just that as you see the signal from the dugout.
And this is the right move here. With first base open, take the bat out of this guy's hands every single time.
So a big moment in the ball game here. Freddie Santiago, as he's got a chance to be the hero. Tying run at third, winning run at second. First pitch on its way. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0.
Ooh, he's really in trouble, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. This guy needs to find the strike zone in the worst way.
And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
The set and the 2-0.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Three balls and a strike. Flirting with a little danger here.
Gotta love a late rally, and listen to this crowd now. They are really into this.
The 3-1 pitch.
Love the fact the pitcher challenged him in that spot right there. Didn't love the location. But I got to be honest with you, I think he's got him on his heels right now. Don't be shocked if he attacks the zone again.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. Struck him out, so a great job of working out a certain danger as he strands the possible tying and winning runs on base, and the ball game is over.
Well, that's what you call flirting with disaster right there. Tying run on third, winning run on second, but that's where they stay. Hangs on to get the save, and that's all that matters.
This evening's game comes to an end, 5-4, the final tally. Cincinnati host road win number 40 on the year. Rondell Carlisle earns the victory, his 11th in relief this year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Cincinnati Reds, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Cubs, 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 11 minutes.